afternoon. I hope that you're doing well. It's Wednesday. I had lectures this morning, and then today, or like this afternoon, is just going to be my art day of the week. I was in uni all day yesterday, I spent the afternoon in the library. They have a really nice library on campus. I'm not one for because we generally don't have libraries. There's these things called like study rooms or study halls, I guess, where people go to study, and they're like really big rooms with just tables and stuff. But they're not like proper libraries with books and all of that. Some of them are, but majority of them aren't. But they have a really nice library on campus, and I feel like I really liked the desk setup, and I felt like it wasn't too noisy, even though it was quite busy. So I think I will try to go there once a week, just because I get home quite late otherwise. And now that it started getting really dark really early, and we also I don't know if the clocks are going like forwards or backwards on Saturday, whatever is happening, that will mean it'll be dark at like 3 p.m. in a couple of weeks time. If I get home and it's dark, my motivation to do anything will just be on the floor. So I think it would be nice to just go there once a week, to just have a uni day and really sort out my notes, and then I can have like an art day, like an art afternoon, where I don't think about uni stuff. I feel like it'll be nice to have that, but we'll see. I have a lot of ideas like this, and then I feel like they never end up working, so we'll see how this one turns out. But because I'm really just working on art stuff today, and I wanted to film a little bit of it, I thought it was a good time to kind of catch you up on a little project, or not so little, but a project that I've been working on since August, I think it was maybe beginning to mid-August. And I think I kind of mentioned it in videos, but I haven't really showed anything about it, and I wanted to kind of keep it a bit secret until later on in the year. And I'm more behind with it than I would have liked to be at this point. But I also knew that September and October were going to be busy months with finishing writing my thesis and graduation and starting lectures and all of that. And that is why, when I had the idea in August, I started working on it straight away. Also because when you have an idea for an art project, it's nice to let the creative energy flow and really put it out there. And then maybe if you kind of put it on the side and come back to it a couple of months later, you don't have the same excitement as you did at the beginning. So it's nice to capture those ideas when they're really fresh. And I'm really glad that I did that. I'm still really excited about the project, and I did a bit of planning a couple of days ago, and I think it could still work out, but I have many a plan B in case the plan A doesn't work. So I thought I would catch you up on it a bit, so I can actually talk about it in videos and share about it. The original idea was to kind of film the beginning of the process up until now, and I do have some clips about it, but not that many. So I don't know if I'll kind of put them on screen as I talk about it, or I don't know what will happen. But basically what I've been trying to work on is an advent calendar. I had this idea in August that I would really like to make an advent calendar, and it would be the coolest thing ever if I could make a really cool physical box with a lot of illustrations and sticker sheets and pins and a lot of really cool stuff. That's not going to happen. That is just not feasible, time-wise and cost-wise, especially both for me and what it would end up costing for people to buy it. It just didn't make sense whatsoever. And also because shipping is such a nightmare, I don't want to take on that kind of responsibility. Especially I don't also want to take on that kind of financial responsibility, not knowing if it's going to do well, because it would be a really expensive project. Or not really expensive, but it's not as cheap as a single sticker sheet, if that makes sense. So what I decided to do instead was I'm going to make a digital advent calendar with 24 sticker sheets. Now I have drawn a large majority of the stickers, but they're all sketches. I am now in the process of doing all of the line art, and then I will go and colour all of them in. And there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. But what I'm thinking is that even if and the reason why like I started it and it felt like a really daunting project, because it's a massive project, 24 sticker sheets is a lot. But the reason I wanted to try making it anyways is because even if I don't end up managing to do all 24, I will still end up with like more sticker sheets than I would have if I didn't even try. If I end up only getting 12, I might just do like a 12-day calendar, like an every other day, where you get a sticker sheet every other day. Otherwise, I could do like a bundle of 10 or like a bundle of however many I end up being able to make, or just share them as individual sheets. Like we'll see by like in a month, we'll see where I'm at with it and I'll decide what to do with the material that I have. But I did a bit of planning and I think it's still doable if I'm kind of on it. And part of the reason why I wanted to share it is because I think if I'm able to share it in videos, it'll just be easier for me to manage everything, but also it'll kind of hold me accountable a bit more, which will be nice. So I'm making a 24 sticker sheet add-on calendar. I had a really good time at the beginning of the year designing the set of 10 sheets that I made, and I think that had a really good response. I think people seem to have really enjoyed it. So I thought it'd be fun to do another project like that. This will be less everyday themed. The theme is kind of more of a whimsical forest type theme, and there's a lot of autumnal and wintry elements. I'm not necessarily making them too like Christmassy or necessarily making them too like wintry or whatever. I'm still bringing in a lot of elements of autumn just because I've been working on this. It meant that there weren't, or like there's not going to be any specific autumnal sticker sheets. But I still really wanted to draw elements from that period, but I think it's more just the general vibe. So I think that's really exciting. I hope that you will be excited about that too. It's the biggest project that I have ever worked on, but, well, except from last year's scene. But I don't know which of the two will end up taking more time, but those are like the two big projects. Obviously I didn't do Inktober this year, but it feels like I'm still working on something nice. I really enjoyed having a big project to work on, and I think this is giving me that. So I'm just really excited about it. I won't share all of the elements because obviously I do want that to be an element of surprise, unless I decide to just release them individually if things don't end up working out. But ideally, if I manage to do all of them, I'll share a few just so people can get an idea of what the look of the project is, but I won't share all of them because I want that to be a bit of an element of surprise, like when you get your files in the morning or in the evening, whenever I decide to like upload them, I guess. I need to figure out some logistics stuff, but I have ideas. The most important thing now is actually getting the artwork done. So I'm gonna be working on that this afternoon. I have been drawing some new designs, and then the biggest thing is I need to do the line art, and then I need to separate them into like actual finished sheets, because I just drew loads of designs out. I think I have like 200 stickers drawn out, but I need to actually spread them out in like more cohesive stickers, because some of them are very spread out on a lot of different themes, and I think it'd be nice to just kind of have them a bit more cohesive, so I don't know if I'll title all of them like I do my normal sheets, because it's a lot of names to come up with and I'm not very good with that. But I'd like to just have them a bit more of a theme. And then I was also thinking I might do daily stickers, like daily date stickers that fit in with the general vibe, but we'll see if I end up doing that as part of the project, if I end up doing that separately from that. We'll see, I don't know, it's just an idea that popped into my head earlier. And then I think towards the end of the year I would also really like to revisit the planner stickers that I released kind of maybe a month ago, and kind of expand on that a bit more. Those also had a really good response. I was really happy with that, and I've been using them a bunch. So I think I would kind of like to expand on that a bit more, but that'll be a release for like late December, early January is what I'm thinking. So that's the plan. That's the idea. I hope that you're excited about it. I will stop rambling and probably go heat up my tea because it's probably cold by now, and then I will just have a nice quiet afternoon of drawing, which sounds right up my alley. Good morning, I hope that you're doing well. Excuse the construction noises if you can hear them in the background. I don't know what they're doing down the street, but it's noisy. But I'm hoping that you can't hear them too badly, or like that they're not too annoying. But I already wanted to film this yesterday afternoon, and then by the time I got home it was far too dark to film, and now it's Monday morning and today is my one day like fully at home. I never have lectures on Monday, and so I just wanted to film this to kind of wrap up the week and give you a bit of an update on how things went, because I think it was a really good week and I'm really excited to share a couple of things. So I have just done a bit of journaling about how the week went. Part of the goal for this particular journal, which is meant to be like my sort of art or like creative book, is to do like weekly reflections on how I have sort of progressed in my hobbies throughout the week and set goals for the new week and kind of be a bit more aware of what I do each week. And I've been kind of keeping track of some goals that I have, especially to do with the advent calendar, because I am on a bit of a tight schedule, so I do want to be on top of it. So I just wrote down an entry on last Monday with a small to-do list for myself. I did realize that I didn't actually transfer this over to my weeks, and I did forget about a couple of things, so I will start doing that from this week. I don't know how well you can see it, but it probably doesn't look like I've made all that much progress, but I've actually made a lot of progress, like especially to do with the sticker sheets. I did a lot more work than I thought I would, so I'm really happy with that, and I've made a new list for myself for this week, and I've just decorated the page a little bit. So I think it was a really good week. I will print out a couple of things for the bottom of the page, but I realized that I hadn't printed out those things as I was like rushing out the door to go get the train, and so it just didn't happen. I might go to the print shop later today or later this week if I get the chance. But I'm really enjoying this. I felt like it was a very nice way to check in for the week, and I've really enjoyed it, so I think I'm gonna kind of carry on with it. I will show you really quickly a little bit of the progress that I made with the sticker sheets. I did print one out. It's not fully finished, but I wanted to see kind of what the colors would print out like. This version printed out really like quite saturated. My printer is not very consistent when it comes to that. Like next time I print it, it'll probably all print out grey. So we'll see, but I do like how it's turning out, and I kind of wanted to see how, I don't know, like I feel like sometimes you draw something on the iPad and then you print it out and it has like a completely different vibe. I wanted to see what it would look like, so I'm happy that I did, and then I'll just cut these out and use them. I haven't actually tried cutting out sticker sheets with my Silhouette machine yet, just because I wanted, like I already have a bunch of my old sticker sheets printed that I'm working through, just kind of hand cutting them, and I don't want to throw them away, but I also don't want to like reprint them and then just have a stack when I already have others printed. So I'm kind of waiting until I have some of these printed, and then I'll print those and cut them. And I wanted to do it this weekend, but I just had a really quiet weekend. I spent some time with my mum because my dad is away, and it was just, I just had a very quiet weekend, and then I realized that I didn't have my charger for my laptop either, and I'd used it to do some uni work, and so it was just, it wasn't meant to be. But next weekend I'm at home for a few more days because it's a bit of a longer weekend because it's a bank holiday, and so I will probably just dedicate like half of Saturday to figuring things out, and I'll cut some new stickers out hopefully. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you a couple of the designs that I've been working on. None of these are really finished, but I'm making progress. Like I haven't done full sticker sheets, I've just been working on bits here and there, but I've made a lot of progress. I'm not going to show you all of it, but I am going to show you a few of them. So I've picked like 3 that I've been working on. I think I'm quite happy. I was kind of struggling with the colours, but I think I figured out a couple of nice browns and greens, and I really like the way that they printed out in this more saturated version, and then I think they'll also look good in a less saturated version, like they'll probably look like on here. So I think they'll be fine. It's hard to take into account like printer variations, but I'm happy with how they're looking. So I wanted to kind of give you a bit of an update on that. It's been going well. I don't know where to put my iPad now. There we go. And then also, on yesterday morning, I wanted to, like, I had an idea because I saw this picture on Pinterest that I printed out of, like, some Halloween paper bunting, like the kind of paper bunting that I used to make as a kid in like primary school, where you fold the paper in half a bunch of times and then you just cut out your shape and then you unfold it and it turns out all connected. I haven't done that in a very long time, but I was a very crafty kid and it was a lot of fun. And so I wanted to draw just like a silly sticker sheet with some of them, and I did. Because I won't be releasing like autumnal stickers this year, or like I will, but they will be part of the advent calendar. And so I thought it would just be funny to have a little sheet for Halloween week that people can use in their journals. I just wanted something like super minimal, super simple, that would pair well with a lot of things and just very basic autumnal colors. And I think you can kind of, the thought was you can cut them out more precisely if you want, but you can also just cut them out as a strip, as like washi tape, so they're not like too fussy to cut out either if you don't want them to be. So I don't know, I just thought it was funny. So I printed out a couple of copies, and I used one in here. I'll probably put the ghost or the cat for my entry in the haunt tonight, but I just thought it turned out really cute. I will print out like just a normal picture of them, not on sticker paper, to put in this journal as well. And then on the theme of sticker sheets, I received my order from Nicole Josephine. She has always made really beautiful stuff, but I think she really outdid herself this September. Like everything that she was posting about for like her autumn stickers this year was absolutely incredible. And she's from Canada, I believe, so I wanted to place an order, but I wanted to like order a couple of sticker sheets so it would kind of be worth the shipping. And it arrived this week, so it was kind of waiting for me at home when I got home this weekend, and they're so beautiful. I also got some like loose vinyl stickers, but I don't have them here at the moment. They're so beautiful. They're printed on like, I think they're printed on vinyl, I think she said, because I asked her, because they feel so nice. I didn't know you could do sticker sheets on like matte vinyl. I didn't know that was a thing, but they I don't know, they just have a really nice consistency. They do a really funny like tippity tap with my nails, so they've been, I don't know, they're fun. The colours are beautiful, the quality is 100% incredible, so I will leave the link to her shop and her Instagram in the description if you want to check out her work. She's an incredible illustrator, really love them, and just the vibes, 10 out of 10. I cannot wait to cover the entirety of my journals in these. So I was really happy to see that had arrived at the weekend. And then I think that is about it stationery wise, I believe. I did want to give a little book update because I have finally finished reading this book. I believe the translation is Killing Commendatore, but I have no idea how to pronounce that in English. So I don't know, we'll just leave it there. It's quite the tome. It's like 800 and something pages, and I started reading it at the beginning of September when I was at the seaside with my grandma and her sister. This has been on my bookshelves probably since it came out in like 2017, I believe. That was the time when I started reading Murakami, and I think it came out and I just went to the bookshop and bought it, and then never actually read it because I don't know, it's an undertaking to start a book this long. Like, I don't have very good memory, so I feel like with long books, a lot of the time, I either really go into them in the mood to read them, or I just don't start them because I know that I will forget everything that happens. So if I start reading a really long book, like I need to be into it. And I really enjoyed it. I feel like I've read a lot of Murakami books. I feel like for the length that it wasn't as weird as I was expecting it to be. Like, Murakami books feel like a fever dream. That's the only way I can describe them. And I really like that. But I was expecting, like, a higher level of weird throughout, like the normal level of weird for one of his short books throughout the entire book. I don't think it was. I think it was kind of more spread out and not as intense, which I think was good, because it probably would have been too much otherwise, but I don't know if that made any sort of sense. It was just kind of the vibe that I got, but I really enjoyed it. And there's a few really nice illustrations throughout the book as well, which are quite cool. I love I don't know, just the simplicity, but they really stand out. They're really cool. So I'm glad that I finally read it. I don't think I have any other unread Murakami books on my bookshelf at the moment. But I definitely haven't read all of his work. I've probably read like 50 to 60%. And he's written a lot, so that is a lot of books, but I still have a lot to go. So I'll see which. I have a couple that I would like to read next, but I don't remember the titles because they always have really weird names, but I've seen them in the bookshop and I might pick them up. But when I went to the bookstore a couple of weeks ago, I think, I picked up 2 books. One of them was Bottom. I saw this when it first came out in the Italian translation when I went to the book salon, or like the book fair, in May. And I looked at it and it seemed interesting, but I didn't pick it up because I wasn't 100% convinced. And then since, I've read the synopsis a few times in the bookstore, and last time I went, I saw it and I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to read it. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm about 100 pages in. I think it's like 500 or so. Yeah. And I think the very beginning, like the first 15 or 20 pages, were quite slow. I read that, but it might also just have been me because I was reading them on the bus on my way to uni in the morning, and I might have just been a bit asleep. So it might just be my fault. But since then, I think it's really picked up and I'm really enjoying it. It's another book about food. It's another Japanese book about food, and it just seems like that's what I'm in the mood to read lately, because that's all I've been reading for the past like 2 months, so that's fun. But I'm really enjoying it. I probably won't finish it this upcoming week, just because I do still have like 400 pages to go, but I might finish it the week after. And after that, I think I want to go on a bit of a Hess rereading journey, because they came out with like an autobiography of his, compiling some of his journal entries recently, and there's a few books of his that he's one of my favorite authors, for context, but there's a few books of his that I would really like to reread, so I might put the Japanese writing aside for a minute and do like a Hess reading marathon or something. We'll see how that goes. And also, another completely random update, I have been knitting. This is so random. I just wanted to try and update you on all of the things that have gone on this week, like kind of outside of uni, but I have like so many hobbies, I'm just kind of going through all of them, and that's the same way that I did it in here, so I don't know, I find it funny. But I wanted, for context, I'm going as Daphne from Scooby-Doo for Halloween, and I needed a lime green scarf. I found all of the clothing secondhand on Vinted, and I'm really happy with that, because it's stuff that I will be able to keep wearing afterwards as well. Probably not the full set, because it's like all lilac, and I pretty much only wear black. But if I pair like the skirt with a black top, or vice versa with the top, I think it'll be something that I can keep wearing. So I'm quite happy with that. But I couldn't find like a lime green scarf, and I thought, okay, I'll just crochet it. And then I thought, I can probably knit the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit. That seems like quite a basic, simple, like beginner knit. And it's been a while since I've knit anything. I was taught as a kid, but I've never like knitted consistently. But I thought I could probably do it, and then I asked the lady at the yarn store because I knew that she'd knitted it a bunch of times, and she showed it to me like the physical version that she had in the store, and we chatted about it a bit, and she said I can probably, like she said she thought I could probably do it, and it's been going well. I did modify it a bit because I've got it all tangled up. It's meant to basically be like 2 triangles put together because you're increasing and then decreasing, and then it's straight on the other side. I've not done all of the increases. I got to about, like, I think I had 20 or 22 stitches. I've written it down so I can do it the same on the other side, but and then I've just been knitting straight for a bit because I'll wear it with the bow in the front, and I'm making the short version, but I didn't want the section on my neck to be like too thick because I will just melt that evening otherwise, so I just thought it made sense this way. It's not particularly even. I haven't knitted in a long time, but it's been fun. It's been good practice. I think I will make a black version, just like the normal, no modifications black version to wear daily, because I do really like that kind of scarf, but this is literally something that I will just wear for that Halloween party, and then I'll probably keep it in case I ever need to wear my Daphne costume anywhere again. But I thought, I don't know, I thought it was fun. And then I also still have a little bit of lilac yarn somewhere, so I think I'll use the leftovers from the lilac and the green yarn to crochet some like flower earrings to match with everything. So I don't know, crafty things. But that's a bit of the update for the week. It's been a very crafty week, but I've also made a lot of progress on uni notes because before graduation I'd just been going to lectures, taking notes, but I hadn't began like going through them and sorting them out with the slides and the pictures and all of them. But I made good progress. I'm like at a 30% progress of like completed notes. I don't know, I have all of my trackers and stuff. I'm weird about that kind of stuff. But I made good progress. I spent a day in the library, and then I also went in the library another day for research for a group project that we're doing in November. We have a presentation next week for a different course, so I've started working on that as well. So it's been going well. It's been going well. I think it was the start of like setting up a new routine, and I really have been craving that, and I really want that. The only thing that I think I haven't really managed to slide into that well is filming. I don't think I have all that much footage for this week. It'll probably, like, this will probably be longer. This talking segment can't talk. Like, this talking segment will probably be longer than the video itself. But it's fine. It's okay. I am not putting pressure on myself to do anything. I'm just kind of going through it. If the videos are shorter for a while, it's no big deal. I'm still kind of documenting bits of my journey, and that is what is important to me. So I hope that you've enjoyed the video anyways. I hope that you've been doing well. I hope that you don't mind me being so scatterbrained about so many hobbies and things going on. I don't know. It's a bit, I know that it can be a lot, but I really like having all of those things going on, and I really like the fact that I'm a very passionate person about a lot of different things. So I hope that you don't mind that, and I think if you're like a journaling person, you probably get it, or like if you're a crafting person in general, you probably get it. And yeah, I just wish you a really lovely rest of your day. I'll try to get this video edited as quickly as possible, but I haven't also posted my graduation video yet, which I'm hoping will go out today. So I'll do my best to kind of get on top of things this week, filming and editing wise as well. And then it'll just be November. So I hope that you are. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and I wish you a really lovely rest of your day. I will see you soon. Bye.